Thank you. If you have not sat down already, please be seated. We shall now begin the 2018 commencement ceremonies. Please welcome to the podium the Dean of the School of Engineering, Jinmin Kyu.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, class of 2018. I would like to offer a special welcome and introduction to our distinguished guest on the platform, Mr. Dana Messina, our graduation speaker, and the jumbo from the class of 1983. Thank you, Dana, for joining us today. And welcome home. Mr. Ankur Sahu, Tufts University trustee, and an electrical and computer engineering alumnus. Thank you for joining us today, and we appreciate your strong support of the School of Engineering. I would also like to recognize several of my colleagues who are here today. It's both a proud faculty member and a proud parent. University Professor Linda Brola, is here today to see her stepdaughter, Erica, receive her degree in engineering psychology. Professor Soha Hassan's daughter, Nadia, is Nadia is graduating from biomedical engineering. Professor Chris Swan's daughter, Sarah, is graduating today with a degree in computer science. Professor Sergio Fantini's daughter, Lisa, is getting her degree in engineering physics. Congratulations to our faculty, the new graduates, and their families. We are here today to recognize and celebrate our graduates. On this happy occasion, I would like to take a moment to recognize those who have made today possible. First, I want to thank all the parents and guardians of our graduates. You are the ones who have made tremendous sacrifices over the years to support our graduates. May I ask all the parents and the guardians to stand up and be recognized. Next, I would like to thank the grandparents in the audience. Your favorite grandchild is graduating today. Congratulations. Now, I'd like to thank the rest of the loved ones to stand up. Spouses, partners, children, uncles, aunts, please stand up. Siblings. Cousins, nephews, nieces, friends, please stand up. Thank you all. Your love, support, and encouragement have made enormous difference on our graduates' lives. Last but not least, I would like to ask the faculty and the staff to stand up, be recognized for their contributions to the success of our graduates today. Please stand up. Thank you. You may be seated. Now, let me turn to our graduates. What can I say? You have been an amazing class. You have accomplished truly remarkable things during your time at Tufts, from the classroom to the laboratories and beyond, not to mention surviving the 9 feet of snow during Boston's snowiest winter on record, and possibly staying for the downpour rain to celebrate your graduation. We'll see that. Among yourself, you will find a track team captain and a 2-time NCAA All-American. A 2018 Boston Marathon runner. I bet he's still drying out his running shoes from all that soaking rain. And a football player graduating cum laude while earning a varsity letter in all 4 years. And the best part of that is his GPA is better than his father's GPA when he graduated. Obviously, I wouldn't name the names. You will also find a classmate who helped to develop membrane filters that allow manufacturers to separate and purify chemicals in ways that are currently impossible. And you will find 4 others who develop an injectable silk-based hydrogel as a new form of long-lasting contraception. And yet, there is another student who demonstrated a tooth sensor that can track the nutrients of what you eat and drink, like salt, sugar, and alcohol. A fun part of that is he modeled this sensor in a photo that was picked up by news media across the world. So I'm proud to say that a jumbo has the most famous teeth in the world. These are just a few examples of the countless success stories found among the class of 2018. If I were to share all the amazing things that you have done in your time on and off campus, this ceremony would never end. In retrospect, it may not seem so long ago that you were sitting here for matriculation. During the 4 years that followed, your lives have been filled with triumphs and tribulations. The path that you have walked to return to these seats have not been easy ones, but you have made it. My heartiest congratulations to all of you. Graduation is a milestone marking the end of your time here at Tufts and the start of new challenges and exciting new opportunities ahead. We look forward to your bright future. As you consider the new path you are forging beyond the hills, a Jumbo who has stood in your shoes before is here to share his wisdom. Mr. Dana Messina graduated from Tufts in 1983 with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and went on to earn an MBA from Harvard. He is the former Chief Executive Officer of Steinway Musical Instrument, one of the world's most premier manufacturers for musical instruments. Its notable products are played by many of the world's most talented musicians. I will let Mr. Messina walk you through his unique career path. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Dana Messina.
Well, thank you, Dean Q. And thank you to all the faculty who've welcomed me back to campus. Honestly, I never thought I'd be here. I'm truly honored to be here today and want to begin by congratulating all of the graduates as well as their families and friends who've helped them along the way. I know this is no easy feat. In fact, back at my graduation in 1983, I don't think there'd be a single person in my class who would expect me to be up here, including me. The Messina, are you kidding me factor has boosted the attendance of my 35-year reunion this weekend. I even have an old roommate here, Coops. Can you believe this? Nevertheless, 35 years later, here I am, doing just a little bit more than I did then. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking to my wife about what an honor it is to be asked to give this commencement speech. Yet the thought of standing before all of you today and imparting what's expected to be serious life advice was daunting. But then my wife was quick to remind me that none of you were listening that closely anyways. In fact, when she asked me who my commencement speaker was at Tufts in 1983, I said immediately and emphatically it was the Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, although I did admit I didn't remember a single word she said. I did a little research. Turns out our commencement speaker was actually the late Senator Ted Kennedy. So it's a huge relief knowing that nothing I say today will have enough influence to send any of you spiraling in the wrong direction. And since I realize I may lose some of you soon, let me start by summarizing the 3 pieces of advice I wanted to discuss today. Hold on to your favorite toy, don't be a jerk, and always strive to be the dumbest person in the room. That's the advice. Now, for those of you that are still listening, let me explain what I mean. First, hold on to your favorite toy. For me, that toy was an erector set. Nothing more than an old-fashioned version of Legos. It's been that way since I was a little kid. And remember, back then, they let us actually play with real metal parts. To my parents' dismay, rather than study, I spent most of my time and stayed up way too late, building cars, boats, bridges, all sorts of crazy stuff. In short, playing with that toy made me happy. In retrospect, it's really no surprise I came to Tufts to study mechanical engineering. It was real-life erector set training. While my trajectory to Tufts and eventual career path that I'll tell you about a little later seems completely logical, in truth, neither was that deliberate. But had I simply paid more attention to my favorite toy, which I now know is a tangible representation of what I wanted to do, things probably would have made more sense. So rather than give you a line about following your passion, especially since it's been said that 80% of us don't even have a passion, I want to keep it simpler than that. Hold on to your favorite toy. If you do this, your work will, I believe, feel a lot less like work. Here's how this unfolded for me. My first job out of Tufts was building nuclear power plants. I was one of 1,000 engineers trying to get all the details sorted out on these big, complex mechanical systems. I had to figure out, for example, if the metal and concrete were thick enough to take a direct hit from an airplane. It's pretty cool engineering, but it took about 10 years to build one of these plants. And I quickly realized this was not my kind of erector set. So I found a different type of erector set. I went to Wall Street to become a financial engineer. I ended up working at a firm called Drexel Burnham in Beverly Hills, California. And these guys were the ultimate financial engineers and innovators, and their products changed the way Wall Street worked. It was an incredible training ground, and needless to say, financial engineering was a lot faster paced, and I found it pretty cool to understand how to use capital to fuel a business. Sexy even. Lots of computers, numbers, and of course money. While my stint in finance was definitely a great education in its own right, my inner engineer was telling me I needed to get back to playing with some sort of erector set. So what did I do? The only thing anyone would do in this situation. I bought a bankrupt trumpet company. Naturally, right? But seriously, it turned out it made a lot of sense. The company had more than 1,000 people pounding on pieces of brass, turning them into trumpets, trombones, and saxophones. At the time, the company didn't make any money, but we were making music with CNC machines, drill presses, plating tanks, buffing wheels, conveyor systems, all kinds of other fancy equipment. There I was in Elkhart, Indiana, in the middle of nowhere, and I couldn't have been happier. Nothing like a few 100,000 square feet of machines to make an engineer genuinely happy. I was right in my wheelhouse. I had, in effect, a brand new and very cool erector set. Once I got the hang of it, I looked up great. For me, that was buying another music company called Steinway & Sons. For those of you who haven't heard of Steinway, it's an iconic company known for making the world's best pianos. The Beatles, Billy Joel, Andrew Lloyd Webber all composed their music on a Steinway. And while most of the world thinks about music when they hear the name Steinway, to me, it was all about engineering. These guys were turning wood, metal, and wire into stunning, world-class pianos. To build a piano, you need giant laser-guided saws, huge CNC machines, and even a few robots. Lots of really cool engineering goes into building a piano. Where am I? Oh. During my time at Steinway, I kept adding all sorts of other machines and high-tech tools so that we could build oboes, French horns, violins, and other instruments. If you look up at any orchestra in the world, the erector set we put together made just about everything up there. Now, we were making music, and really good music. I never set out to build a career in the music industry, and I still know little about music beyond the fact that I like it. But by holding on to my toy and remembering what made me happy, I ended up building one of the largest music companies in the world. So after you understand what your favorite toy is, my next two pieces of advice are geared toward helping you succeed in any chosen field. First, don't be a jerk. And second, always strive to be the dumbest person in the room. I'm not saying you always have to be the nicest guy in the room. I'm saying just don't be a jerk. In fact, I truly believe that not being a jerk is how I ended up owning Steinway. Let me explain this a bit further. When I got the call that Steinway was for sale, I quickly learned that the company was the equivalent of getting a call that the Mona Lisa is for sale. Some shockingly large percentage of the world's billionaires wanted to own this little company. And then there was me and my merry crew of guys making trumpets and saxophones in nowhere, Indiana. Only one small fact stood in the way between us and owning Steinway. I didn't have $1 billion. Truth is, I didn't have a dime. Still, our team went for it, enthusiastically pitching ourselves as the right owners for one of the most esteemed and iconic music companies in the world. Throughout the process, we were polite, energetic, obviously very naive, but somehow they kept letting us hang around. As we made it further and further into the bidding process, we, along with 3 other finalists, were eventually invited to meet with the Steinway management team. And while I didn't think there was a chance we'd win, I also recognized that we had nothing to lose, literally. So forward we went. My ragtag band was competing against some of the largest industrial names in the world. I don't know what happened in each meeting, but after the day was done, the managers we met with wrote the owners a letter and said they were going to quit unless they sold the company to the band guys. That's what they called us. I found out later the Steinway managers could care less about our grand plans for the company or our music pedigrees. It just turned out the other three bidders were jerks. Lesson learned, don't be a jerk. Okay, this brings me to my last topic. Always strive to be the dumbest person in the room. I think this one's pretty important and probably difficult for you guys. The reason this is going to be hard for you is you're all pretty bleeping smart. That's about as polite as I can be. You wouldn't be receiving today's degree if it were otherwise. So while I know this piece of advice won't always be easy, if you can train yourself to take a humble approach to life, I promise it will pay dividends. You will be amazed at how different, optimistic, and happy you will be compared to the rest of the world. And at the very least, you will get a jump start on how your kids and spouse are going to treat you. Trust me, that's coming. And when you endeavor to be the dumbest person in the room, there are two great results. First, you're more easily able to see what people bring to the table. And second, you have a much better chance of surrounding yourself with the right talent. I hate to say it, but this trait's more important today than ever, as we live in a world where politicians, business leaders, pundits, celebrities, you name it, have all perfected the art of saying what's wrong with someone. If you want to be different, and I mean different, figure out why everyone you deal with is amazing, and look for what they are good at and what skills and insights they have that you don't. Make it your job, your priority to figure it out. If you root out the amazing in someone and put them to work doing what they're really good at, they will move mountains for you. Seriously. Okay, one last story, and I promise to wrap this up. A few years ago, I got a call out of nowhere from the Vatican. Yeah, the Vatican. Pope Benedict was looking for a piano. All right, I promise this does not turn into a priest and rabbi joke. All right, Pope Benedict loved to play the piano, and the Vatican wanted to surprise him with the very best piano, which is, of course, a Steinway. In my 20 years leading the company, I'm not sure we ever just gave away a piano. But when a pope calls, you answer. And yeah, the pope got a free piano. Fast forward about a year, I was in China on a work-related trip and received another call from the Vatican. This time it was to let me know the pope was free in a couple of days and he wanted to see me and my team in Rome. I was stunned by this request, and after I agreed to go to Rome, I realized I had not asked a single question about the trip. As our team boarded the plane, I began managing my expectations so that I wouldn't be disappointed if I never actually got to meet the Pope. I mean, after all, I'm just a local kid from Boston. His parents never went to college. I was lucky to have an opportunity to go to a place like Tufts, and here I am getting a call from the Vatican. The Pope wanted to meet me and my team. Seriously? It all seemed pretty far-fetched. But as soon as we arrived, it was like some sort of state visit. We were whisked off to dinner with a prince, bunch of cardinals who provided us with the game plan. The next day, we would attend Pope's weekly Mass, which is delivered in front of 80,000 people, a little bigger than this, and we'd join him up on stage at some point. After Mass, we would go with the Pope to St. Peter's Basilica to hang out. Yeah, okay, sure. Spending time with the Pope isn't exactly hanging out, but it was one of our team's most surreal experiences. As it turns out, the Pope wanted to personally thank us for his piano. Playing the piano was the Pope's way of relieving his stress, and it brought him great joy. It was his favorite toy, probably his only toy. And fortunately, we hadn't been jerks, and we had just given the Pope a piano, asking for nothing in return. More than that, it made me realize the depth and talent of my amazing team. While I knew about engineering, I knew nothing about music, but I had worked tirelessly to surround myself with the best people I could. At that moment, I realized I was definitely the dumbest person in the room, and St. Peter's is a pretty big room. Had I let ego or hubris get in the way, we would have never been able to build Steinway into the company it had become. This was a highlight moment for me, and one that I, and most importantly my team, will never forget, and it all came about because I was the dumbest guy in the room. So do yourself a favor and remember these couple of things. Even the simplest of hacks can change your life, or at the very least send it in directions you might have never expected. And for those of you just waking up, you haven't missed anything. Here it is again. Hold on to that toy, don't be a jerk, and strive to be the dumbest guy or gal in the room. Congratulations again today on today's great achievement, and I sincerely wish you guys the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana, for that inspiring and exciting and humorous speech. And thank you for sharing with us your 3 pieces of advice. And they all sound very dumb to me, but I think they speak the truth of life. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now begin the recognition of candidates for their respective graduate degrees. These students were individually recognized at the graduate program ceremony held yesterday. So while we recognize that there will not be the hundreds of students here, we really want to recognize you. So will the candidates for the degree of the Doctor of Philosophy please rise? Annie?
I am pleased to certify that these candidates have completed all requirements for the degree of a Doctor of Philosophy and have demonstrated by preparation of a written dissertation and by oral examination the sound and mature scholarship required for recipient of this high degree.
Congratulations to these newly confirmed PhD candidates. We shall now recognize the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Engineering Management, Master of Science in Innovation and Management, Master of Science, Master of Engineering, and the combined Master's and Bachelor's degree. Again, these candidates were individually recognized at the graduate program's ceremony held yesterday. So, if any candidate is here, would you please rise?
I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the Tufts School of Engineering master degrees.
Again, congratulations to these newly confirmed master's degree graduates. We shall now recognize the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Civil Engineering and Environmental Engineering, Computer Science, Electrical Engineering, and Computer Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Engineering Psychology, Engineering Science, and Engineering.
I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the first degree in engineering, the degree of Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Engineering.
So I now present the candidates for the first degree in engineering in the field of biomedical engineering. David Kaplan, who is chair of the Department of Biomedical Engineering, will join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates. Professor Matt Panzer and Professor Douglas Mattson will announce our graduates.
Skylar Link, summa cum laude. Adam Christopher Rayfield, summa cum laude with high thesis honors. Alexander Ho, magna cum laude. Stephen Lin, magna cum laude. Hannah Volker, cum laude. Leon Take, summa cum laude. Nicholas Atkinson. Alexander Nathan Burke, summa cum laude. Muhammad Rashad bin Harun, magna cum laude. Tyler Koksar, cum laude. Angelo Massaro, cum laude. Tyler Lewis Shapiro. Isaac Walter Lasco, summa cum laude. Amanda Michelle Weeks. Elizabeth Kathleen Bender, magna cum laude. Thomas Joseph De Palma, magna cum laude. Nadia Siham Halaj, magna cum laude. David Alvarez. Sophia Gabby Atik, cum laude. Gladys Argentas Shiloj. Daniel Weinstein. Ross Bretherton, summa cum laude with highest thesis honors. Christopher M. Flynn, cum laude. Nicholas Hartman, magna cum laude. Michael James Gannon. Tassin T. Rahman, cum laude. Jackson Charles Folk Logan, magna cum laude. Maya Teresia Lawton. Singji Guo, summa cum laude. Catherine Shu, summa cum laude. Rosa Ugulu, magna cum laude. Megan Wayang Tsi, summa cum laude with high thesis honors. Rachel M. Abramson. Shi Yu, summa cum laude.
I now present candidates for the first degree in engineering in the field of chemical engineering. Kwon Lee, Chair of the Department of Chemical and Biological Engineering, will join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates.
Catherine Lassard, cum laude. Enya Kelsey Hughes. Elizabeth Grace Coltrara, summa cum laude. John James Arnold, cum laude. Jingyi Lu, cum laude. Kieran Sadler. Shayna Wasserman.
Thank you.
Melissa Adler, cum laude. Brittany Mitro, summa cum laude with high thesis honors. Jacob Cronenberg. Christopher Daniel Keys, summa cum laude with highest thesis honors. Rehab Fahad. Ahmad S. Sukar, magna cum laude. Hadi Hilawi. Sopro Chukwu Izenwa, summa cum laude with highest thesis honors. Jacob B. Lissos, magna cum laude with highest thesis honors. Kenny T. Ling, cum laude. Ben Fitzsimmons, summa cum laude. Benjamin Malley, magna cum laude. Julia Alexis Persacek. Aaron Watts, summa cum laude. Wilhard Hans Reuter, magna cum laude. Dana Hemmert, cum laude. Timothy David Blewett, summa cum laude. Grace Aro, summa cum laude. Caitlin A. Leo, magna cum laude with high thesis honors. Jacob Fiedler, cum laude. S. Nicolas Polak, cum laude. Braden James Chiuli, cum laude. Siona Angelique Orr.
I now present candidates for the first degree in engineering in the field of civil engineering. Lori Bass, Chair of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, will join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates.
Belinda Sheehan, cum laude. Megan Wilson, cum laude. Jenna Kubiak, cum laude. Neil M. Spazzarini, cum laude. Jack H. Benoit. Mandeep Pokarel, magna cum laude. Alexander Kirpach, magna cum laude. Jesse Martin Litvin, summa cum laude. Sebastian Torrente, magna cum laude. Corey Allen Snyder, cum laude. Alan Guberek, cum laude. Matteo Galliano. Adrian Alexander Portella. Matthew Thomas Purdy, cum laude. Joseph Nault, cum laude.
I now present candidates for the first degree in engineering in the field of environmental engineering. Lori Bass will remain and will continue to join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates.
Caitlin Taylor Duffy, magna cum laude. Lucy Turner, magna cum laude. Daisy Draper, cum laude. Grace Rose Polakowski, magna cum laude. Jesse Cooper, cum laude. Craig Drennan, cum laude, with highest thesis honors. Nathan Pacheco, cum laude. Logan Brill, magna cum laude. Margaret Zahara, cum laude. Jordan DeLauder, cum laude.
I now present candidates for the first degree in engineering in the field of computer science. Kathleen Fisher, Chair of the Department of Computer Science, will join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates.
Nathan Watts. Nicholas Shashak. Edward J. Simendinger. Chase Connolly. Alexandra Cohen, cum laude. Vincent Sang, magna cum laude. Helen Lee Richter, magna cum laude. Joseph Thomas Campbell, magna cum laude. Michael Charles Morrissey, cum laude. Tommy Tang, magna cum laude. Matthew D. Jones, summa cum laude. Thomas Hendrickson, summa cum laude. Joshua Nicholas White, summa cum laude. Benjamin Macklin, cum laude. Benjamin Papp, magna cum laude. Ben Crisatello Dietmar, summa cum laude. Vivek Ramchandran. Schwanray Chi, magna cum laude with thesis honors. Anthony Ung. Joshua Howe. Thomas C. Hebb, summa cum laude. Yi Chuan Ma, magna cum laude. Kevin J. Halliday, summa cum laude. Isaac W. Rothschild, magna cum laude. Azina Karukapatuth, summa cum laude. Ulena Kukou, summa cum laude. Kalina W. Allen, summa cum laude. Kevin Liu. Durash, Kevin Durash, magna cum laude. Leah Holden, magna cum laude. Okay. Lauren Marie Durker. Daniel Naven, cum laude. Ivan Chen, cum laude. Kazif Tanjum Islam, cum laude. Chehan Sabzichi, magna cum laude. Morgan Siliev, magna cum laude.
And now present the candidates for the first degree in engineering in the field of electrical engineering. Eric Miller, Chair of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, will join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates.
Alexander Christensen, cum laude. Kenny Thomas Yao, magna cum laude. Benjamin J. Francis, cum laude. Anthony Nguyen, cum laude. Logan Garbaroui, cum laude. Michael Rosen, cum laude. Lisa Francesca Fantini, magna cum laude. Elise Cooper. Celia Lee Lewis, magna cum laude. Connor Lansdale, cum laude. Robert Treber III. Stamatos Aliferes. John Michael Maninen. Danielle Skufka, cum laude. Ryan Stocking, summa cum laude. Brian Hampton Rappaport, magna cum laude. Anuthiri Gamuge, magna cum laude with highest thesis honors. Chechuan Ji.
I now present candidates for the first degree in engineering in the field of computer engineering. Eric Miller will remain and will continue to join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates.
Camilla Menard, cum laude. John James Patrick III, cum laude. Justin Eric Joe, magna cum laude. Thomas William James Rind I, cum laude. Richard Henrik Preston, summa cum laude. Ashton Robert Knight, magna cum laude.
I now present candidates for the first degree in engineering in the field of mechanical engineering. Chris Rogers, Chair of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, will join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates.
Benjamin Isaac Zakin, magna cum laude. Joytika Bargo. Jonathan Maxwell Rooney. Molly Michelle Pleskus, with high thesis honors. Shea Thomas Nelson. John Calise, magna cum laude. Daniel McGinn, magna cum laude. Robert Rabchik, summa cum laude. Robert Hendler, cum laude. Anna Zolnicka, magna cum laude. Catherine Gao, cum laude. Martin Yochev, cum laude. Charles Frankel, cum laude. Olivia Montgomery, summa cum laude. Justin Chadburn Stearns, cum laude. Noah Benjamin Goldberg, cum laude. George Phillips. Gregory Fiorello, cum laude. Osvaldo Calzada, cum laude. Raymond Fasano, magna cum laude. Cameron Harris, cum laude. Unik Laura Barge. Tegan Williams. Hans Turczek. Jacob Adam Siegelbaum, cum laude. Michael Brienza with high thesis honors. Kimon Cargiorgio, magna cum laude. Panyotres Skoufalos, cum laude. Peter Clark, summa cum laude. Riley Cullis, magna cum laude. Evan David Laurie, cum laude. Arjun Malkani, cum laude. Janith Kuluthunagu, cum laude. Eva Phillips, cum laude. Emily Rachel Tannenbaum, cum laude. Tori Jordan, Colby Ornstig, magna cum laude. Sarah Wilner Guwerk, cum laude with high thesis honors. Raven Fournier, cum laude. August Hope Frichetti, magna cum laude. Annalisa Davari, cum laude. Rebecca Haley LeBeau, magna cum laude. Dana Levin, cum laude. Camille Louise Mbayo. Tyler Lawrence Cicero, magna cum laude. Laura Louise Dinneman, cum laude. Ipek Imekli, summa cum laude. Serena Rachel Toma, cum laude. Shane Rosen-Levy, summa cum laude. Nathan Oliver Meyer, magna cum laude. Ethan Lavrak, cum laude. Riley McKenzie, magna cum laude. Brian Foley Kenny. Vivian Zong, summa cum laude. Alexander Osborne, magna cum laude. Shuta Muto, magna cum laude. Vincent Huang, cum laude.
Chris. Excuse me. I now present candidates for the first degree in the field of engineering psychology. Chris Rogers will return and will continue to join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates.
Erica Albert, magna cum laude. Samuel Usher, magna cum laude. Alexander Christine Kirsch, magna cum laude. Brian Taintor, cum laude. Hazen Walcott Breen, cum laude. Kam Chan Kang, magna cum laude. Jordan Stone, summa cum laude. Evan Hill. Douglas Harrison, cum laude.
I now present candidates for the first degree in engineering science. Jennifer Stephen, Senior Associate Dean for Undergraduate Advising, will join Dean Q in congratulating the graduates.
Michael Joseph Rogalski, magna cum laude. Jonathan Colton Karch. Christopher Meyerhoff, summa cum laude.
Congratulations to the newly confirmed Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering graduates. Dean Q will now conclude today's ceremonies. Please remain seated until the platform party has departed. The stage and the graduates have completed their recessional. Also, please make sure to vacate the area immediately following the ceremony, as there is another ceremony taking place in this location immediately following us. Dean Q.
Congratulations again to all the graduates. On behalf of the faculty, I welcome you to our community of scholars. I also want to introduce you to the Tufts Alumni Association, which was established in 1860 and now includes more than 100,000 Tufts graduates. Upon graduation, you automatically become a lifelong members, and that's free of charge. You will soon realize that this network of jumbos will be your biggest asset and the strongest support group in your lives after Tufts. I strongly encourage you to be actively engaged in your local chapters. Remember, hold on to your favorite toys, try not to be a jerk, and try to be the dumbest person in the room. I know you are not, but try. It has been a pleasure and privilege to share this special time with you. I wish you much happiness, fulfillment, and success as you embark on your chosen path. You may be leaving us now, but Tufts and the bonds you have built here will stay with you for the rest of your lives. Remember, once a jumbo, always a jumbo. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Tufts University and the faculty of the School of Engineering, I now pronounce these ceremonies concluded.